wondered why the world is full of so many different kinds of people, yet we often find it hard to accept and appreciate these differences? This question, my friends, is our starting point today at Compass Heart Press. We're about to embark on an enlightening journey, a journey that aims to understand and celebrate the beauty of diversity and the power of inclusion. Diversity, in its simplest form, is the multitude of differences that exist among us. It's the myriad of colors we represent, the various languages we speak, the multitude of cultures we belong to, and the unique experiences we've lived. It's the different ways we perceive the world, the variety of thoughts we harbor, and the assortment of skills we possess. It's the fact that each one of us is a unique blend of race, culture, gender, abilities, and backgrounds. But diversity is more than just a list of differences. It's a mosaic of perspectives, a tapestry of ideas, and a symphony of voices that, when woven together, create a vibrant, rich, and dynamic world. And here's where inclusion comes into play. Inclusion is not just about acknowledging these differences. It's about embracing them, celebrating them, and leveraging them. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels valued, where everyone feels they belong, where everyone's voice is heard and respected. Inclusion is about breaking down the barriers that segregate us and building bridges of understanding and acceptance. It's about acknowledging that our differences don't divide us, but rather they enrich us. They make us stronger, more innovative, more empathetic, and indeed, more human. So, as we stand on the brink of this exploration, let's remember, diversity is not about how we differ. It's about how we, together, make a difference. And inclusion is not just about inviting everyone to the party, it's about ensuring everyone dances. As we delve deeper into this discussion, remember, understanding begins with questioning. Let's question, let's understand, and let's celebrate the power of diversity and inclusion. Consider a melting pot, a diverse mix of ingredients blending together to create a delicious stew. This is not just a metaphor for a great culinary experience, but also a perfect analogy for understanding the beauty of a diverse society. Imagine a neighborhood, a vibrant community where every home represents a different culture, race, or background. Each home, like an ingredient, adds its unique flavor to this neighborhood stew. From the house on the corner that celebrates Christmas with twinkling lights and carols, to the one next door that lights up during Diwali with oil lamps and fireworks, every tradition and celebration brings a new color, a new texture, a new taste to the community. There's a house where every Friday you can hear the melodious call to prayer, and another where delicious dumplings are made during Lunar New Year. There's a home where the family speaks in sign language, and their laughter is a beautiful silent symphony. And there's a house where two dads raise their children with the same love and care as any other family. Every single one of these homes, every person, every unique element, contributes to the richness of the community. They add their essence, their experiences, their traditions, and their perspectives to the collective identity of the neighborhood. And just like in a melting pot, it's these differences, these unique flavors that make the stew, or in our case the community, so wonderfully diverse and vibrant. In this neighborhood, everyone learns from each other, appreciates each other's differences, and celebrates the diversity that makes them collectively stronger and richer. They understand that each one of them is essential, that each one of them brings something unique to the table, and that it's this very uniqueness that makes their community so beautifully diverse and harmonious. So let's take a leaf from this neighborhood's book and remember that just like a melting pot, our society is richer and more vibrant when we embrace diversity and inclusion. Ever noticed how we tend to gravitate towards people who are similar to us? It's a natural human tendency, a comfort zone of sorts. We are naturally drawn to those who share our interests, our beliefs, our experiences, and yes, even our appearances. This inclination, while seemingly harmless, can sometimes lead to exclusion, to a lack of understanding and acceptance of those who are different from us. Take the story of little Anya, for example. Anya was born in India, but her family moved to a predominantly Caucasian neighborhood in the United States when she was just a toddler. She loved her new home, her neighborhood, her school, but she often felt like an outsider. Her classmates had blonde hair and blue eyes. They ate sandwiches and apple slices for lunch, while Anya's lunchbox was filled with spicy curries and fragrant rice. She felt different, and that difference made her feel isolated. But then something changed. Anya's teacher, Mrs. Brown, noticed her feeling of exclusion and decided to do something about it. She introduced a new project in class, celebrating differences. Each child was asked to share something unique about their culture or background. Anya shared about her Indian heritage, the festivals, the food, the colorful clothes. Her classmates were fascinated. They asked questions, they wanted to know more, and Anya for the first time felt seen, felt included. This is the power of understanding and embracing differences. It's not just about making someone feel good for a moment, it's about fostering a sense of belonging, a sense of acceptance. It's about understanding that each one of us is unique, and that's what makes us special. It's about celebrating those differences, not shying away from them. It's about realizing that our differences don't divide us, they enrich us, they make us stronger, they make us better. So let's challenge ourselves. Let's step out of our comfort zones. Let's learn, let's understand, let's embrace. Because embracing differences doesn't just make us feel good, it makes us better humans. Ever pondered why inclusion matters so much? Inclusion is more than just a buzzword. It's a principle that helps us build a more compassionate, understanding, and accepting society. When we talk about inclusion, we're talking about creating environments where everyone, regardless of race, culture, gender, abilities, or backgrounds, feels valued, recognized, and respected. Imagine a world where everyone feels like they belong, where no one is left out or ignored. This is the world that inclusion strives to create. By fostering a sense of belonging, it reduces feelings of isolation and loneliness. It breaks down the walls of separation and brings us closer together, allowing us to see the world from different perspectives. Let's take an example from a real-life anecdote. There's a heartwarming story of a young boy named Ravi. Ravi was born with a physical disability that made it hard for him to walk or run like the other kids. But instead of being sent to a separate school, Ravi was included in a mainstream school. Ravi's inclusion in the school was not without obstacles. There were challenges, yes, but the school, teachers, and students worked together to accommodate his needs. And guess what? Not only did Ravi feel accepted and included, but his peers also learned valuable lessons in empathy, understanding, and acceptance. By including Ravi, the students learned to see beyond his disability. They saw him for who he truly was, a fun-loving, intelligent kid with a great sense of humor. They learned that being different doesn't mean being less. They learned to celebrate diversity and appreciate the unique qualities each of us brings to the table. Inclusion is a powerful tool. It allows us to see the beauty in our differences and learn from each other. It fosters empathy, promotes understanding, and creates a culture of acceptance and respect. So why does inclusion matter? Because it brings us together. It helps us appreciate the richness of our diversity. It makes us better human beings. Inclusion is not about making everyone the same. It's about appreciating and celebrating our differences. So what have we learned about diversity and inclusion today? We've journeyed through a world of questioning, dipped our toes into the melting pot of cultures, embraced our differences, and uncovered the significance of inclusion. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the key takeaways from our exploration. Firstly, we've discovered the power of questioning. By asking questions, we encourage curiosity and learning in our children. We've seen how this simple act can open doors to understanding the beautiful tapestry of human diversity. Next, we dived into the melting pot anecdote. We reflected on the richness of our world, full of varied cultures, races, genders, abilities, and backgrounds. It's like a vibrant patchwork quilt, each piece unique yet contributing to the overall beauty of the whole. We then moved on to embracing differences, an essential step in fostering diversity and inclusion. By celebrating our differences rather than fearing them, we can teach our children to do the same. This in turn nurtures a sense of belonging and acceptance in them. In the following part, we touched on the importance of inclusion. It's not just about acknowledging differences, it's about making everyone feel valued and included. Inclusion reduces feelings of isolation and promotes empathy and understanding. It's a powerful tool that can transform our society, making it more harmonious and welcoming. In conclusion, diversity and inclusion are not just concepts or buzzwords. They are fundamental values that can help us build a kinder, more understanding world. They teach us to celebrate the uniqueness of every individual, to embrace the beauty of our differences, and to create an environment where everyone feels like they belong. And so, as we wrap up our exploration, let's carry these insights forward into our daily lives. Let's instill these values in our children for a better tomorrow. Visit our website to download engaging ebook stories for your child on diversity and inclusion. There is a little something for you as well to nurture and foster communication with your child. Remember, diversity is the one true thing we all have in common. Celebrate it every day. Love, Peace, and Unity Compass. Heart Press.